In ad ops, there are a couple tactics you can implement to start seeing improvements in your ad revenue. A popular one that you may have heard of is header bidding. Header bidding itself is a piece of JavaScript code that you attach to your site's header. But what it does can be a bit more complex. Basically, when someone lands on your site, as your site is loading, that piece of code starts to engage in a real-time auction that starts to send requests to several ad networks. The ad networks respond by placing their bids. By the time your site loads, your site visitor will be looking at the winning bid that was passed to your ad server. Sounds like a lengthy process, but in reality, the whole auction takes milliseconds to complete.
Header bidding is an attractive way to increase your ad revenue because you aren't relying on just one supply-side provider. With more competition between ad networks, you can increase your fill rates and prices for your premium inventory. In other words, more competition equals more bids, which then equals more demand. And importantly, if you're big on reporting, header bidding works within one auction, so there's a higher level of transparency.
Another strategy you can leverage is ad refresh. This one is a bit more intuitive, where new ads are refreshed as a site visitor stays on your page. This increases the number of impressions served in one session. More impressions positively impacts your revenue. With that being said, you don't want to have a user view 5 ads within 15 seconds. If you're using an ad exchange, let's say Google AdX, your ads need to be refreshed based on certain triggers that abide by Google's rules. This is to help provide a proper user experience for your site visitor without spamming them repeatedly for new ads. Advertisers also need to know that you're using ad refresh, and they also need to know what triggers you're using, since they're the ones bidding for those ad slots where the ads will be refreshed. This requires a bit of extra work in AdX in the form of declarations.
According to advertising industry guidelines, you must declare which portions of your inventory refreshes. Advertisers should know that they're purchasing refresh inventory, what the specific triggers are that cause the refresh, and lastly, the minimum time intervals to expect between refreshes. Failure to declare your refresh inventory or doing it improperly is a violation of Google policy.
So, it's a tactic that is proven to help increase ad revenue when implemented correctly. These are some pretty high-level overviews of these two tactics. We will be going more in depth in future episodes to flesh them out more.